Hey, Birchouse friends. So this week, Chiamaka asks, Hey, Birchouse, where do you get all your wood from? That's a great question. And to answer that, I thought I'd take you to a part of the workshop you've never been before. And this is our wood storage room. And we have wood stored in other places in the workshop, but the majority of what we use is stored in this room. So where do we get it all? Well, for things that have more of a utility purpose. So that would be like our kids' toys, kids' swords, kids' axes, things like that are made from red oak, or from our sparring shields that are really meant to be beat up and are made from birch ply. We will go to a hardware store like Lowe's or Menards, most typically Menards, and we'll pick up that kind of beat up utility wood. For more of our arts, our more of our artistic pieces, things like the shelf cats and the shelf dogs, where especially where we use like a lot of exotic woods. There's a store in Columbus, Ohio called Woodcraft. It's a wood supply store, and we can get things like Pawduke and spalted hackberry and palm and zebra wood and purple heart, as well as more domestic woods like oak and maple, ash, cherry, walnut, things of that nature. So that's where we get a lot of those woods. We'll go and buy from a hardware store, from a woodcraft, a wood supply store. The majority of what we use is in most of our projects is live edge wood, and so we're fortunate to have lots of small local suppliers. People who cut down trees, then get them cut into live edge planks or live edge boards for us to use, as well as people who just are trying to get rid of wood. And so live edge is this stuff right here. So like here's a piece of walnut, and here's cherry, and here's pear that I bought a couple weeks ago. And so we are always looking for people on like Facebook Marketplace who are trying to sell wood, trying to get into being a small time supplier, just trying to get rid of wood, as well as Etsy. There are a lot of wood suppliers on Etsy. In fact, my little Viking bracelet there, my little Viking axe bracelet there, is made from acacia that I got from a seller on Etsy. And surprisingly, eBay. You can find a lot of people trying, a lot of local supply, or small, not local, but small suppliers of wood. And so we'll buy a lot of our live edge from one of those resources. So eBay, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace. That's live edge. And we can also get from those same suppliers what's called reclaimed wood. So that's like these right here. This is barnwood. It's American chestnut, reclaimed American chestnut. We have to be careful with reclaimed wood because a lot of times they can have nails or screws in them, and we have to, or staples even. We have to make sure that that isn't in there, especially as we work it. We don't want a drill bit to hit it or a saw blade to hit it. But we do a lot of work with reclaimed wood as well. And finally, the last place we get our wood is we spend a lot of time hiking and looking for wood. I will find branches on the ground that I really like that end up being axe handles or things of that nature. Or find just pieces of wood that I really like the look of, and I'll pick them up and I'll bring them back with me, and I'll let them. They'll probably sit here in the workshop for well over a year to let them dry out. It may even be longer. And then those will get turned into things. So a lot of hiking, and then of course we do a lot of going along beaches and picking up driftwood. And this will be things like our driftwood lanterns or our Valhalla ladders or the driftwood garland. So yeah, a variety of places. We get wood from everywhere. Thank you so much for asking. That was such a good question. And on that note, somebody had commented earlier that they didn't know what to ask. They didn't know any wood related questions. They don't have to be wood related. I answered a question a few months ago about what my favorite video game was, you can ask Birchouse anything, and we'll be thrilled to answer. And on that note, if you ever have a question for Birchouse, comment below with "Hey Birchouse, ask," and we'll answer in a future video. And we will see you all next Wednesday.